Hi, my name is Ailani, and in this video, I'm going to talk about how to figure out if your child is left-handed or right-handed. And when I talk about child, I mean your preschooler or toddler. So we're going to talk about how we figure that out and little things that you can do to kind of help them figure out themselves which hand they are supposed to be writing with. So sometimes it's really hard to figure out if your child is left-handed or right-handed. It may be because they have a disability, or maybe you're just too early on trying to figure out this kind of information. So I'm going to give you some tips and tricks to help you do that right now. So technically, on average, it's not until the age of 4 developmentally that they will have a strong preference between their left and right. And I say developmentally because there may be some kids out there that are 5, 6, even 7 that are only 3 years old developmentally. And there also are some disabilities that have low tones, such as Down syndrome or even autism, that makes it very, very hard for them to really show a preference to one side or the other. So around that developmental age of 3, you're gonna see them switching back and forth a lot with their hands. And there's a lot of reasons for that. One of them could be fatigue. They're just really, really tired of writing with one hand, so they just move it to the other. The other one could be crossing the midline. Now, the midline is right here. This is your midline. And if they have a pin right here, they may be left-handed and they don't really want to cross over, so they'll just grab it with their right hand. It's right there and might as well use it. The crossing the midline is really, really important to have your child develop that skill. So you could do a lot of exercises, you know, like swinging your arms back and forth, reaching from one side to the other, stretches, that kind of stuff to help develop that crossing over the midline, throwing a ball, those kind of things. So that's just something to keep in mind. At the age of 3, they may not want to be crossing that midline. They just go with what's ever easier. Could also mean they're impatient. Like I said, crayon's right there. I'm just gonna pick it up. I don't feel like taking the time to reach my hand over there. So there's also that reason. So if you think that it's time to just figure it out, you could do this. Take an object that they use, whether it's a fork or a toy or a crayon or a pencil, and place it directly in front of them, not to the left, not to the right, and start documenting which hand they grab it with the most. When you tally after a day, you want to tally, if you notice that it's 70% of the time they are using one particular hand, you probably have found their preference. If it's 50-50% or somewhere around there, it's time you start practicing those skills to kind of get their fingers, fine motor skills stronger and tighter when they're holding those utensils. Now, it's also important to note that there are a lot of disabilities out there that do show preference to the left hand. We all know the majority of society is right-handed, but disabilities such as Down syndrome, 90% of them will prefer the left hand. So that is something to keep in mind if you do have a child that has Down syndrome. You always want to go back to doing those tallies, recognizing which hand they show preference to when you put an object in the center. And there are also some other techniques like noticing which hand is tighter when they're holding objects as opposed to the other one, which may be a little bit looser. And so there are some things that some OTs and even physical therapists, occupational therapists and physical therapists can kind of pick out based on their experience with working with kids that have those disabilities and struggles. So if you're not sure, you can always reach out to one of them. Good luck with your finds. I hope you find out soon, and leave me a comment down below. Let me know if you tried this little technique out. Also, let me know if you tried some of these fine motor skills and how they work for you guys. So until then, I will see you guys. I'll put some videos on my face right now if you want to check them out, and see if you want to subscribe to our channel, follow our journey as we encourage you parents to be the best parents, the ones that you were created to be. So thank you guys, and I will see you in our next video. Bye.